Hi, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time zone where which you're connecting us live this Tuesday.
Evening.
It's evening, right? Tuesday evening,
Yeah,
right
it's
here
evening
in Benin
already.
City, Edo State, Nigeria. First, I want to thank God Almighty for the privilege, for the grace He has given to us. And also to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. Thank you so very much. With me this afternoon is no other person but the executive director of Seed Engineering, in person of Pastor. I like to call him a pastor because I know that.
Where did you get that pastor thing from?
So I think that there's a
It's
calling
engineer
somewhere.
Edwin.
Pastor Engineer Edwin.
Yeah,
All right, you're
yo.
welcome, sir. Good
Thank you,
afternoon,
my
sir.
brother.
All right, so
Afternoon,
very
sir.
quickly, we have a project right here, 7 bed, right?
Yeah, it's actually two apartments,
Okay.
3 bedroom flats each, but one of the apartment has a penthouse.
Wow,
So it's if you say 7 bed, you're not wrong.
wow. So we'll be taking a tour on these projects. We're currently doing. What are we doing right now?
We are doing digging.
Okay.
They're excavating. They're almost done. They are not
Okay.
done yet. So once they are done with that, would move over to blinding,
So
and then
today
we
we're
hope to
actually carrying
conclude that
out the
the
excavation
excavation and
and the
blinding.
blinding as well. When we say excavation, that's to dig the ground. Engineer, you won't use English, just cut to
My
dig the
brother,
ground. And then the blinding is to mix your sand,
yeah,
your
what they
granite,
call
and your cement,
pouring
pouring
in the
or
local
casting as the
palace.
case may be. But very quickly, something has been biting me, engineer.
All right,
Something has been biting me because of the experience on the field.
yeah.
Um, we are live on YouTube and we get a whole lot of calls from clients to visit several sites and we see so many things on site. As an engineer, if you are to advise a client, especially for those in diaspora, what are those three advice that you think that these three advice are key to any
Okay.
client?
First, I would say ensure there's a professional in your team.
Mm,
You know, building is actually a journey, and for some persons, they just embark on this journey without anyone that actually knows the destination
mm.
being a part of the team. First, ensure you're a professional. I'm not saying this because I want
You want job?
market for ourselves. Employ a professional. I can't over say this.
Emphasize on this.
You know, the sites I visited yesterday, it's already at decking stage. And I went there, so many errors,
Mm.
so many. And it all boils down to the fact that someone that actually knows what he or she is doing was not part of the team.
No.
People just wanted to build and then they started building. We went to the site this afternoon, me and you, taking a talk.
Of
We
course.
saw we saw the colossal damage there. And all this still boils down to the fact that someone that knows what he or she is doing was not part of the team. You know, building is currently in Nigeria, it's you spend so much. You understand? If you are doing a bungalow now, gone are the days when with 12 million you can say, okay, I can do a bungalow. These days, the narrative has changed. So you can't embark on such massive
Project.
projects and you just leave it in the hands of anybody. That being said, number two advice would be put your family members where they belong
Mm.
to. Leave them as family members. Your family members are your family members. They are
I
not
didn't say this. Engineer Edwin said this.
unless your family members are engineers or they are professionals in the field. I'm not saying you shouldn't put them in the know or in the loop. You
There are
can,
limitations.
yeah, exactly. There are boundaries. There are boundaries to which they can be involved in the project. You know, not that your family member is not the one dictating how things should be done. These are persons
Mm.
that do not have any foreknowledge of how building works and all that. Perhaps your project is the first time they are going to handle a project, a building project. And so they are even using your own to test. And they are using your money to play Koso.
As
And you
in,
are willingly allowing them to do that. Because you will check, most of the projects we've gone to
they had
either sort
issues.
issues is because one family member is the one in charge. One father is somewhere, one mother is somewhere. I'm not saying don't involve your family members. So pass the money through them, yes, because most times the engineers you are going to involve, you don't even know him. 90% of my clients they are in diaspora, and more than half of them I've not even seen their faces. You understand? They
Yes, sir.
don't know me. So when you are um, putting forth those extra measures to ensure that you're not being scammed or duped, you can use your family members to pass funds. Instead of giving me 5 million, like a client wanted to transfer some huge amount of money to me today, and she was like, no problem, anyhow you want to do it, pay it to your person. He is the one you know.
Yeah.
Let that one be the one passing the funds to me. I don't have any issues with that. So, but not that your family members will not be the sole person. You can, if they are free and they want to be coming to sites to see what's happening, it's fine. If they want to be giving you daily reports on their own, it's fine. So when they come, allow them know that there is a professional on
Who
ground
you are paying?
who I am paying. So you're not going to that site to do the professional's job.
No.
If he says he wants to use 5 bags to mix this thing to get the requisite strength he's looking for, allow him. If he has quoted that he needs 30 bags of cement, okay, you, auntie, take this money. Engineer say he need 30 bags today. Go give him the 30 bag.
Your duty is to monitor the 30 bags.
Monitor the 30 bags.
Allow him use
allow
it.
him use it. You understand? So that is that. And then number 3, ensure the right materials are being used for your project at every phase. When an engineer is telling you this part we need 16 mm rod, allow him use 16 mm rod. Don't come and start saying a client.
I have once built. My friend built the same 4-bedroom.
Exactly.
You don't know the topography of that land.
You get. So it's so unfortunate that in this part we don't really pay attention to professionalism and how things should be done. You go to a doctor and the doctor tells you and writes a prescription and tells you go and buy these drugs. You don't tell him I don't like the taste of this drug. Why can't you give me this one instead? The doctor has already examined your case and he has seen that this is the right thing you should do. This is the right drugs you should take. That is how building is. A professional has gone to school 5, 6 years as the case may be, and they've gathered some years of knowledge. For me, I left school like about 11, 12 years ago. Between then and now, I have seen some things that none of your family members
who is not a professional
has seen. We've gone through stuff. We have seen things in different parts of the country. And so when we are advising you, let's do this thing, it is out of the wealth of experience we've gathered that we are saying what we are saying. And so when we tell you, use this material here for some certain reasons, just allow them. Because most times, clients want to save cost. And for some, okay, well, I will not excuse the fact that there are no dubious people in the field.
Of course.
That even when they know the right thing to do, because of cutting corners, they want to just do otherwise. But I'm saying, if you are sure you have a professional in your team, then learn to stick to his advice, his recommendations, and sure to follow them. Because they may seem expensive now, but on the long run, they will pay you off and then they will save you some stress. You get. I was talking with a client, a prospective client just now, and he was narrating his ordeal, how they built to roofing level, and the building came down. And it's painful because for us, when anything happens at the site, we can easily translate those damages to cost. We know how much these things cost. A 30-ton granite now sells for over 400K, and you now use that thing to do decking, and the decking will not come down. It doesn't make sense. So I would say, if I'm going to give you 3 tips, like you said, get a professional in your team. 2, keep your family members in their place. And number 3, make sure you stick to professional advice when you are being advised.
Wow.
That's like it.
To be honest, we can't exhaust this. You see these 3 topics, these 3 points rather, he just made. From to expatiate on these 3 points, to be honest, we're going to be here all through the day. And on purpose, I ensure that Engineer Edwin is the one actually saying all this. He says something very key. At the first point, get the services of a professional. And while he was trying to go further, he said because the professional, he knows the end product of where he's going to. That's the mind of an engineer. As they are doing all this excavation, this is not our concern. The concern is this.
Yes, exactly. I think that's you see
okay.
The first
Let me open the first page.
See where we are going to.
This is the concern. So all these things we are doing here, this is the concern.
Funny enough, all those men you see digging, they don't even know anything about it. They don't even understand why they are doing what they are doing. So everything there is in my mind.
I'm sorry. So just said something. And that's true. You get the point. The services of a profession. Number two, I know you love your family members so well.
Yeah.
Yes, so well. Please, they have their place. To be honest, I would always say this, that get the services of a trusted professional. That means you must take your time to scout for the right team. The right team. So your family member is also on the team. Bring them on the team. But they know where they should belong to. Very, very key. And I know we can exhaust this. And our interest at this very point in time is to ensure that we help clients and prospective clients attain success on their projects. Some people have been saying, Victor, you do not give us the contact of service providers. Don't you think you're not doing well? You want me to give you a number of an electrician or a plumber? Let's see, let me just open it very well. We are on the field, and I know my heart. The same way engineer knows his heart. That guy who is a plumber, who we are trying to incorporate in the team, gradually we are bringing them on board. This, and not all clients understand the language of artisans.
Yeah.
And you will bear me witness that as a client, that the moment you start releasing money, body go to pepper you. You will start getting angry. And it only takes a professional to deal with you.
deal with
So
you.
that means if a professional does not understand your language, that okay, fine, okay, Marindo they come up for this man or this woman, Marindo they pepper her. That professional will not come down with you. But if you deal like that with an artisan, it go your verse. You go just switch off your phone. And the moment that electrician switch off your phone, who will you start calling?
Start calling.
You
Who
start
sends the
calling
number?
Victor. That Victor, the number you gave to me, I have transferred 500,000 naira to the boy. He's not picking the call again. And meanwhile, I know the when we start the negotiation, me just give you number. I don't give a number. To be honest, if you want to execute your project, we bring our guys on the job. They execute your project for you. So you will go and we too will go in peace. So that I will not be running helter skelter. Yes, some other people have done it. I've gotten calls from some clients that sent 4 million, 5 million to some persons and they ran away with the money. I want to explain that kind of thing. So please, I beg you, there's a model that we have already factored in as a policy to guide us as we grow gradually. We are not those roadside cut and nail builders. No, that's not the goal. The goal is a professional consultant that would ensure that the deliverable that the clients want is what we actually achieve on the site. I think we have said a whole lot this evening, and I like us to do a tour on this project, sir.
All right.
So follow us carefully as we take a tour on this project. All right, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we are still excavating, and so everywhere is still messy, and nothing will make sense yet, as it were, unless in the eyes of a professional. Yeah, but what you have here is okay. The entrance. What we have here basically is 2 apartments, and it's been separated by a common wall, which is this wall. And so the entrance to this particular apartment is somewhere around there. There's an ante room there. From the ante room, you connect to the main lounge. From the main lounge, there's a dining over there, and then there's a kitchen there as well. And then the funny thing about this, or rather the interesting thing about this project, is that it has a courtyard behind, a green area behind.
Okay, what's the courtyard?
It's an area for relaxation.
Okay.
Yeah. So this client does not want to have, we are used to having a balcony in front of your house before your main entrance. This client said no, he doesn't want that. So what you have in front is just the entrance. So that relaxation green area is at the back and it is embedded into the apartments. So you could have good time around that region. So that's also the same thing we have on this front apartment. The only difference between the 2 of them is one of them has a penthouse. Okay. It has a penthouse, and in that penthouse upstairs there is a lounge and there is a room as well. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, both of them are same.
So
So
right here we have 3 bed right here,
yes, three
and
bed,
also we have 3 bed
3 bed
right
right
here.
here. Yeah.
Then at the center we have the penthouse.
Yes.
The penthouse is carrying what
It's carrying a
facility?
lounge, a family lounge.
Okay.
Then it's carrying a room as well, a fully ensuite room with a massive walk-in closet and everything that represents luxury.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. All right, so as you can see for yourself, currently we're running up the excavation right now, and the
Yeah.
blinding
We've
that
already started
yeah,
doing the
the
blinding.
blinding has commenced right now, and we want to say a very big thank you to the project team. These guys you are seeing, yes, kudos, big kudos to them. They are a member of the team, and they made this project a success. Now what we are doing right here, our duty is to ensure that we do the brain work and also direct them and also take care of them. We have that also
Yeah.
as our company policy, not because we are paying them at the end of the day, no, but because we value the services that they are also rendering to us as well. One word, engineering.
Yeah. Thank you very much. From tomorrow, we'll start adding flesh to this, and so stay tuned and follow us and see how it progresses from here.
All right,
Thank you
thank you
very
so
much.
very much, and God bless you. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscription button right about now. Thank you, and God bless you. My name is Siriman Victor Olise.